Here's why your warm season turf looks patchy, even though you may be doing everything right. Hey, this is Kyle with the Green Team, and in this video, we're going to talk about maintaining warm season turf grass. All right, so number one, mowing too infrequently. A lot of times we get calls about scalping warm season grasses throughout the season. You never want to take off more than 1/3 of the grass plant at a time. In the early beginning of the season, around Easter, you want to scalp your turf as low as possible, allow for sunlight to hit that turf, warm the turf up, warm the soil up, and get the grass growing greener quicker. After that, you want to mow frequently, once a week or more, to keep the grass as healthy as possible and not scalp it after them, because then you're going to create issues with dead turf. It's not going to bounce back for a while. Two is mowing too tall or too short. With Bermuda turf or Zoysia turf, you want to make sure you're mowing at the right height. You don't want to mow too tall, especially on Bermuda, because you're going to promote your turf to grow up instead of out. This type of turf is a spreading type of grass, which means it likes to be mowed low to promote that lateral growth. It's going to grow about 1 foot per year. So if you have any areas that are thinner, it will fill in on its own with proper fertility, proper mowing, and proper watering. 3 is watering. You want to make sure that your turf gets 1 inch of water per week. You can use a rain gauge if you have an irrigation system. A lot of the systems will have their own gauge to tell you how much you've been watering. A good rule of thumb is 2 to 3 early mornings per week for maybe 20 or 30 minutes. Just make sure you're getting 1 inch per week and you're good. If we do get natural rainfall up to 1 inch, that should be sufficient for the week. You can move on to the next week and continue your 1 inch per week water. 4 is we see a lot of shade issues in smaller cookie cutter neighborhoods, especially in the salad lawns where you're not getting a lot of sunlight. Bermuda and Zoysia turf needs a lot more sun than other turf types. So any areas where you have a tree that's growing, or you're beside another house, or your patio is creating shade, you're going to want to watch for those areas and possibly create a bed there, or just realize that the turf isn't going to grow quite as thick in those areas. This type of turf does require a lot of sunlight. 5 is make sure you get all your pre-emergence out at the right times. Warm season turf grasses really need to have winter pre-emergence done later in the fall, between September and December, and then in the spring, usually February through April. If you get those pre-emergence down, you'll have a lot less weed issues throughout the season. If you found this video helpful, give us a like, give us a call. We're happy to help. The Green Team, growing greener grass with family for family.